Today I'm off for another sketchbook trip. This time I'll be going to the museum called Likedittwice in Copenhagen. Hello everyone, I am going to sketch sculptures by Rodin today at Likedittwice in Copenhagen. My initial thought today was to bring my good friend Rasmus, who is also a keen sketcher, and to kind of play around with the format of sketching, to sketch in different ways. But unfortunately he was too busy right now with his work as a graphic designer at Spine Studio. But the good news is that he wanted to help me with doing some prompts. So in these papers here, Rasmus has made 5 different prompts for me. That is small sentences with rules as how I should approach each sculpture when drawing them. So I will be bringing these prompts with me and my sketchbook, of course, my pencil case, and then I'll see you at Likedittwice. So now we're inside and I start scanning the area to find my first sculpture to draw. I choose one called the Danaid, which I find very beautiful and also suitable in size as the first thing to draw. And now I have to open the first prompt. Are you as excited as I am? So first prompt, where Rasmus has written, draw a blind contour drawing in 1 minute. Beneath it says, describe the shape with tone. Okay, so it's actually 2 prompts in one. Whoa, what a start, Rasmus. Okay, let's do it. Blind contour drawing is one of my favorite drawing techniques. I've made 2 videos on the subject and I can really recommend that you try it out. In blind contour drawing, you look at the thing you draw and not at the paper. You only draw the silhouette line, so a good idea is to fix your eyes on a certain place on the contour of the sculpture, for instance, and imagine that your pencil is touching that point, like literally touching the point. And then you start simply tracing from that point and then just continue down the contour line with your eyes, and your pencil follows along the paper. I only look at the paper once in a while just to kind of orient myself. It really trains your hand-eye coordination effectively and it learns you to trust your eyes. If you think the hand here looks really overdimensional, then you're right. It's totally out of proportion, and this is due to the blind contour drawing technique. And I think it's a charming feature that comes with it, and you gotta accept this. I'm quite satisfied with this contour drawing, but what about adding tone? Tilting my pencil on the side here is a trick that I use to allow myself to use the whole width of the tip so that it becomes almost like a sort of pastel to draw with. I like to do this especially when adding tone in the beginning to kind of block out some of the shade before going into more complex rendering where I begin to use hatching and cross-hatching. The way the light falls on the sculpture helps me placing the tone or the shade in my drawing, but I also try not to just blindly copy the shade. So I try to communicate with the pencil strokes here. Where does the shape go in? Where does it go out towards us? Where is there a hard edge? and where is it more soft and curved? At this moment I feel pretty confident. I think I did a good job on the first prompt. It's time to choose a new sculpture. There are quite many to choose from, but I go with the bust of a guy called Marcellin Berthelot. I have no idea who this guy was, but he certainly had a characteristic face. So this is why I'm intrigued to draw him. And now it's time to pick up prompt number 2 from my little parcel. Let's see what we have here. It says, the pencil can never stop. 10 minutes. Oh my, this is fun. This is an awesome prompt. Let's go. So once the pencil lands on the paper, I'm not allowed to stop drawing according to Rasmus' prompt. Starting out at the left side of the sculpture here. I think Rasmus has a strategic thought about the order of the prompts here, because I can feel that the first prompt with blank contour drawing has really warmed me up in terms of my hand-eye coordination, and I just have a better way of perceiving the sculpture. I've never tried this technique before, and I don't even know what I should call this technique, because it's not hatching as I don't lift the pencil. It's more like, I don't know, scribbling in a way. Let me know in the comments if you have seen this way of drawing before. Now I have a contour of the head, and I start working on the shape of the face itself by entering the left side of the forehead. A bit of a waiting position here as I draw some cast shade on the neck. I can tell you why. It's because I'm a bit scared of going into the cheekbone and eye section. Come on, Casper, you can do it. He has this amazingly crooked nose in a very subtle way. I like that. I move on to the mustache, trying to take advantage of the very strong accented edge that the bottom of the mustache has. I have some trouble with rendering the pupils of the eye here, because I simply sit too far away, so I can't really see how the shape of the pupils really is. This is a bust, so the way Rodin has carved the eyes and the way that sculptures carve eyes in general is very a distinct way to render form. Okay, there we have it. I went over time actually, 3 minutes to be exact. And my excuse is that I use my smartphone to film with. This was really demanding, but also so much fun. Let's move on to a new sculpture. I choose this one called the Bronze Age, a beautiful bronze sculpture here representing a boy. And we pick up prompt number 3, very excited and ready for a new challenge. What does it say here? It says, draw in this order: the smallest, the longest, top and bottom, the largest mass, the rest. Okay, this is a tough one, I think. Let's give it a try. For your information, I had 4 goes with this prompt where I think it went south. So here I tried drawing the nose, for instance, first as the smallest part, and then the length of the upper body and the leg. But the proportions just came out so much out of hand, so in this 5th try here, I think things went better. Here I started out by drawing the head first as being the smallest part. I still consider the upper body combined with the legs as being the longest part, even though I'm not sure if this is the right way to interpret the meaning of the longest part. I draw the top and bottom fairly easy, because it's just the arm and then the foot that is closest to me. The largest mass, I'd say the torso, because of the ribcage and back, makes out the largest mass of the body when you consider the width and length combined. And then it's really about connecting the last things here of the sculpture and kind of render the shapes. And for the sake of variety here, for this prompt, I switched to a fine liner instead of pencil. The next sculpture I choose is maybe not the best move because it's so darn big and so daunting. We are dealing with a sculpture called Monument to Victor Hugo. I like the drama in this sculpture, but let's see how it goes with the prompt. Let's see what Rasmus has in the goodie bag for us. It says, walk up close, make a circle with your fingers, find a detail, draw it in 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 2 minutes and 5 minutes. Very interesting, very interesting. And I'm glad since I can then choose a small part of this huge sculpture to focus on. I switch to pastel and pencil now. I choose to make a circle around the eye of Victor Hugo. And let's start with drawing the eye in 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so a bit over time here, and I also had to switch to pencil. Let's have another go with 30 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 38, 39, and 40, 41, 42, 43. Okay, 43 seconds. What I'm trying to achieve here is to show the shape of the eye with the pastel and then use the pencil to do the contour of the shape. But as I enter here the 5 minute or the 2 minutes prompt, I don't really feel that I'm going the way that I want to. I'm trying to, you can almost tell that it doesn't work for me. I'm not satisfied with it. And it could be due to that I haven't taken a break really, and I'm a bit out of tune with drawing classical sculptures, especially with a pastel. As I draw the one in 5 minutes, I have the feeling that I'm still not quite there. I think the problem is that I do not leave enough white space in there. Like the gray is too overwhelming and murky. I feel that I'm a bit rusty. Yeah, well, this is a part of it. To evolve as an artist, you have to fail. Once in a while at least. The last prompt. I will stay in this position for this one actually and continue drawing this huge monument here. So we unfold prompt number 5. Blind drawing. This is actually perfect upon a drawing that I was not satisfied with from before. And also the circle is now complete as I began with blind drawing and I finished with it. I'll just show you this one that I did in 2 minutes, otherwise this video becomes way too long. If you're still with me, I think you're awesome because you are a person with much patience, and I want to thank you for tagging along on this museum sketching trip. Do remember to subscribe. I have many projects in the making, hereof a video on how to create a lo-fi booklet and a whole video dedicated to urban sketching with the focus on drawing people. So thank you again for watching, and until next time people, have fun drawing.